Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to the week in review from Big Brother 22. So, I was saying last week that I was kind of hoping that committee would win again, so to have another easy week. Because last week was a pretty easy week. You knew who was going up, you knew who was going home, and when you know it, that's what we found out again. Another easy week. Cody won HOH. We knew it was going to be David and Kevin going on the block. So, and then all we needed to do was just make sure that someone won power veto. And listen, as we can see, there were definitely there was at least one other person, Enzo, who wanted to make a really big move. And he wanted to get um, one of the girls, Danny or Christmas, out of here. And he wanted to get it out of the house. So he was willing to win that power veto, but Cody won it. He's kept the numbers the same. And tonight, David or Kevin will be the first of three people to be evicted tonight in a special 2-hour episode of Big Brother. This is going to be, I think, really really fun. I think it's gonna be a really really fun episode. We're going, because they already want to take shots at each other, and for some reason, Cody and Tyler doesn't want. They don't want to take shots at David. They don't want to take shots at David for some reason. You know, yeah. Seems like that. It seems like I think um I kind of think that if it's it was if it's anybody other than Danny and Memphis winning, David is safe, and actually David could still be safe, and but they would still vote out the other people because Cody and Tyler, Cody and Tyler don't want to. Danny could put up David. Let's say Danny would put up David and Christmas, right? Christmas would be voted out. Yeah, Christmas would be voted out because then the three boys would vote out. One would vote out Christmas and keep David in this game. So I kind of think that we know that Kevin is going home, right? We know that Kevin is going home. I think the other two people who are most likely to leave tonight um, are probably Danny and Christmas. I definitely think they are the two most options to leave tonight. Yeah, yeah, I think both options are perfect, right? Because the, yeah, like I just mentioned about Danny, right? I think if David wins, he's gonna go after Danny and Nicole because of the thing they did with Devon, breaking their trust with her, and he's going to take, he's really going to take, and then they will probably put one of them out if one of them come off the block. He'll probably put up Cody or probably put up either Cody or I don't think he put up Christmas. I think he's okay with Christmas, so I think he probably put up Cody or Memphis. But I kind of think it's probably Cody. I think I think he sees a little bit of what's going on. He knows that Cody is really running this game right now, and you at least, at the very least, need to put him on the block. You don't want to let Cody, the man who sat next to Derek, who did not get put up on the block for his entire season, to then have him make it to the final two, not being put up on the block. You know, so at the very least, I don't think he would go home. But yeah, so it is something crazy. And listen, if Christmas get it, she's going into Danny. I think if Enzo gets it, he's gonna go after both Danny and Christmas. He's gonna just let one of them go. And so yeah, it's gonna be incredible. The fact that David lasted this far, I really don't think. I really think that if, I'm not sure. I think Memphis. I think Memphis would be the only one to. But still, again, if Memphis would put up David, the other people would not vote him out. Yeah, the other people would not vote him out. They would not. They don't want to vote out David. They don't. So they want to keep. So this is if Memphis put up David and Nicole, I think actually that could be the only thing because Cody's tight with Nicole, and so then I think Cody would then put on the things of to try to get Enzo and everybody else not to vote for Nicole and then they vote out David. I think that's something that they would do. And then Danny would be all for it because she doesn't. She now she doesn't want to put out any more women. So I think there is definitely some timing there. So um, and yeah, it's just going to be epic. I think Tyler would probably go after Danny and Nicole as well. I don't think he's gonna want to touch David. His final two is Christmas. Um, Nicole would think there's a possibility Nicole would make a big move and go after Danny. She probably would put up Danny. She would either put up David and Danny or David and Memphis. You know, which again I think is it depending if you're trying to get rid of the other guy. I don't think Cody and Tyler are really gonna try to vote out David. I think even against Memphis, I think I actually think you might see then they would vote out Memphis then at that point. So tonight's gonna be some epic stuff. Tonight's really gonna be some epic stuff, some really good stuff. I cannot wait for it. What did happen this week? Like we talked about, pretty easy week for feed watchers. You know, once we realized Cody won HOH, we knew what was going to happen, what was going to go up. Um, the HOH competition was a really good one. I think it was one where you could battle. We found out at the end of the last episode, Dr. Will was the next neighbor was the next door neighbor, and he was gonna have stuff for prizes and stuff like that. So there was power and prize the HOH, and then there was prizes, and there were some people, um, Danny and Tyler primarily. I think Tyler may have won for the power, but they tried to get the prizes, and Danny and Tyler they shared the prize. It was $10,000. They each get $5,000. So, and they left us on a cliffhanger on the TV show, but Cody he won HOH by golf hitting a two, so that was good. Um, so he won that one. Christmas is there's something wrong with this girl. We know this already, but she's getting frustrated because you know she's not able to play and win. She wants to play and win. She wants to up her resume, and rightfully so because I think once again you're talking about her if she can't win anything, she can't win the game. That's got I think last year showed how how the game should be played, right? Because you should be able to win competitions, which is what Mickey did, and you should be able to win competitions, and whether you're liked or not, sit down with your jury and say, here's my resume. I won these competitions. I did this and this to get myself further in the game, get myself to the point to where I'm right here in front of you, and bam, the jury should vote for you. And that's the way it should be. There shouldn't. You know, okay. I'm not gonna say there shouldn't be such a thing as a bitter jury. There can be a bitter jury, but a bitter jury should swallow that bitter and do the right thing and vote for the right person. They shouldn't do the, you shouldn't get things where you're voting for other people because this other person didn't play the game the way you thought it should be played or they did anything like that. Because as much as Ian deserved to win, let's face it, it was a bitter jury against Dan. It was a bitter jury against Dan. But Ian played a nice game, but it was a bitter jury against Dan. Um, when said that there was a bitter jury against Paul when Nicole won. I think that one was that one was really just that was the women bullshit, wanting women to win and beat a man, right? There was a let's see. Then of course the ultimate bitter jury is of course season three, when we wouldn't be having this racial stuff happening on on Twitter and everything like that. With these idiots to begin with, if the jury wasn't so bitter against Danielle. And they gave it to Lisa. Danielle would have won Big Brother. She would have been the first black person to win it. Now, if she would have been the only black person to win it, but still, we wouldn't be having this thing of thing where they're talking about trying to change casting and all this bullshit and every little thing that happens against a black person. Oh, it's a microaggression. No, it's not. It's the game. You know, Shut the fuck up. And I really can't stand it because you really get people on the internet who sit up and say, they put pictures of the people who have been nominated and up there, right? And one idiot put up the four pictures of the 4 times that people of color have been on the block, right? Kaser and David and Kevin and David and Kevin and David and Bailey and Devon and things like that. And she said, if you don't see something that's wrong with this picture, you are the problem. Not knowing the fact that the first 3 people, to be evicted were actually white women. You know, so yeah, let's not, but let's not state facts because we want to push our own agenda, right? Garbage. So, but anyway, rant for a topic for a whole nother day. Um, I don't even know what the hell I was talking about too when I started that rant. Um, but it's talking about Christmas, I guess. But anyway, I'll just go towards a whole nother direction. Let's talk about the veto. So we can talk about Christmas because Christmas didn't get picked to play in the veto as well. And that's what I was talking about the jury and everything like that for Christmas. She wants to set her resume. If she's sitting in front of two, she can say that she can't say I wasn't here. I made my way to get here. I've done what I needed to do. Um, um, and this season is going to be a lot different. It's not. It's not. Actually, I wouldn't say it's going to be a lot different because after this, right? Because right now there are a lot of people who are even. Cody has won 3 things, right? I think he's won 3 competitions. I think Memphis has won 3 competitions. Tyler has won 3 competitions, I think, as well. Um, Christmas has won 2. So they're all on equal ground. So now, as after tonight, tonight's gonna be start where you start building your resume, because it won't be equally played out amongst as you get smaller. So you know, the more winning you do, the more you can show. Hey, I won these HOHs and things like that. And I had this alliance, and then bam, once we got a triple eviction, I was just getting them out one by one, winning this, and bam, there you go. I got my, and I make these moves here and these moves there, and so bam, here I am. Right now, you're final 2. So I think tonight's gonna be the start of the domination, and I think, you know, I think Tyler and I think Tyler and I think Cody and I think Enzo can, you know, I think these 3 can really play this dominant game, and win some games. And surprising Memphis for the old man, Grandpa Memphis. I think he could probably win this too. So He could probably win some competitions too and make it to the final two. Right now, Enzo, the people who have not been nominated have to be nominated, right? So there's Cody, Memphis, Enzo, Nicole, and Danny. All have not been nominated. Christmas has been nominated. Tyler has been nominated. David has been nominated. Obviously, Kevin. I'm not counting Kevin because Kevin's going to be gone. So, it's going to be a trip if we get down to final three, and the three people consist of three members of these five, and they have never been nominated. It's going to be. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm thinking that Tyler is going to make it in there somehow, and I think there's going to be. I think there's going to be a girl who makes. And I'm thinking one of the girls is. I'm thinking two of the girls, all three of the girls. Like I mentioned, I think the people who are in trouble tonight are Danny and Christmas of going home, and I think I think David's number three right behind them, but I think those will be the top three, and I think you're going to see, you know, at least those two, if not Nicole as well, get nominated tonight. So I think that's the way I think that's the way you're going to see it tonight. So and then you're talking about the veto competition, and people get mad at David because he took $10,000 instead of fighting for his safety. Um, this is going to be some interesting to see what happens. We might get that divine look. If you remember in season 18 when Zakia went in, and then um, there was that look that when Paulie won the power veto but didn't use it on Zakia, who was on the block, and Devon get that look. She get that look as what? Wait a minute, what happened? She get that look. I think you might get one of those looks then, because she's already not really wary of David. She's wary of David, although I think now that she knows that Nicole has that David didn't do it. She can she has some apologizing to do for that. But she's still gonna look at David like, you didn't fight for Veto. You didn't fight for Veto. Kevin left, and then you left right after him in the triple eviction because that. So it's gonna be a lot of that. That might be something interesting to see. It's also be interesting to see if who girls leave and what happens in the jury house. Um, yeah, obviously Devon and Christmas are not very friendly, so I would expect that Christmas is in there and she's going to get some. There's going to be some shade in there, and there's going to be some fights and things like that, and they'll probably need to bring in security for that house, you know, between Devon and Christmas. Yeah, David takes the $10,000, doesn't go for veto, and it was OTAV, and it was a psychedelic OTAV, if you can say, with tie dyes and everything like that. So, and yeah, and again, like we mentioned earlier, Cody won. He won the power of veto. He did not use it. Um, and now here we are seeing it. Here we are right now on Thursday afternoon, um, seeing who's going to, ready for this triple eviction. Excuse me, not double eviction, triple eviction. It is something that I cannot wait. It is going to be pretty awesome. And by the way, another thing that happened, apparently, throughout this week as well, Dr. Will has been playing on the TV screen, been giving these guys some hints, and so they are thinking everything like that. Danny's talking about a triple eviction, but the Canada triple eviction. Um, I guess I don't watch Big Brother Canada, but apparently in Big Brother Canada they have the triple eviction where there's three people on the block, and two of those people will go home. Um, in the triple eviction. This triple eviction, three people are just going home. Yeah, and there's other people like that. Some people don't believe it. Some people are thinking that it's like a double eviction. I think some people are even saying maybe it is a it's kind of a, some people are saying that maybe it's a shorter week. Maybe it's a week and then it's, we do this and then there's an eviction, in a couple of days as well. Some people are saying this is a double eviction, or some people are saying it's normal week this week with a double eviction next week. So they will be surprised when they hear the triple eviction. It's not the Canada triple eviction. Three people will go home tonight. So I think this is going to be pretty easy. Some people are saying that they may even be taping it right now as I don't have the stuff up to see if they're the live feeds up anywhere to see if it's being taped or not. Um, but and believe me, I was even considering not doing this weekend review today. I was thinking about doing it tomorrow. So that's how I could just talk about the triple eviction because I knew there wasn't going to be a lot to talk about this week. But yeah, we can talk a lot about that next week and things like that. So yeah, and as the weeks go on, these shows that I do are gonna get smaller and smaller. I would be doing 30-minute, 40-minute reviews at the beginning of the of the season. And now I see I'm already I've been recording for um about 27 minutes, but it's not going to be 27 minutes. It's probably going to be somewhere between 20 minutes because, for edits and breaks and things like that. So, yeah, and it's going to continue to get down lower and lower. And that's a good thing, actually. And that's not a bad thing. That can be a good thing because um, that just means that um, that you don't that stuff is happening. Stuff is going to be you can clear it up with a lot less people. You got to worry about talk about everybody and anybody and everything like that. And focus on that one solid group of people and what they are thinking. So, not a bad idea. Not a bad thing. All right, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know who you guys are gonna think are going to be gone tonight. Kevin and what other two people are leaving tonight. Put it down and post it down yourself in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJTRIP signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.